This is Jubilee Mine. This is a part of the cyanide tanks that they have here. Just have a little bit of a walk around this area so you can have a bit of a look. A little bit of history right out the bush in Ballarat. This is all part of the cyanide plant. It's going back to the 1800s. Really interesting place this. A lot of history and a lot of mining here. I suppose everybody in the 1800s were trying to make it rich, make a living. So this is one part of Jubilee Mine area, and all the way through the bush you'll find a lot of mullock heaps where there's people have been digging in the 1800s trying to strike it rich. It's all bushland. It's about 3 kilometres off the roadway, and even the roadway itself, the main roadway, if you could call it a main roadway, is only just a little tributary. And you can just imagine this is like about 40, 50, about 45 k's I suppose outside of Ballarat, and to get from the town even that distance through all of this scrub just to find a place to dig for gold, it's just an amazing thing. Something just up here I'm going to have a quick look at. Turn the camera off for a minute. Part of the original cyanide plant. I wouldn't have a clue what they use these buildings for. There's a signpost there, we might have a bit of a read. Bethany's got her rods out, so she's been doing a little bit of interaction with spirit. This is the main part of Jubilee Mine. With some old relics here, some old buildings. Some very interesting energies here. I had a few interactions during the times that we've been here. I'll just take a little walk around, carefully climb down this little bit of brick. It's part of a brick wall, a bit of a barrier. It's just nice to get out in nature and just have a look at some of these old relics and things. You don't necessarily have to do a lot paranormally. Just go out and enjoy a little bit of time out in nature. And I've popped a pot up there on one of the brick walls there, and it's starting to go off, so just going to reset it. We'll see if it goes off again. Sometimes it goes into a little bit of an overload phase when you first turn it on, which is what I did before, and it sort of builds up a little bit, and then turn it off, turn it back on again, stabilises, and it's fine for the next hour or whatever, unless there's spirit around. If spirit come along and have a little bit of an interaction with it, they'll turn it off and on. So although Bethany's communicating with spirit, the pod just went off again. Yeah, the pod's just went off again. Yeah, well, they certainly came over. This is an interesting section. is part of an old bank vault. Hello! A little bit of an echo. There used to be a lot more to this than what's here now. And it would have been amazing to see what it was like back in the heyday. I believe there's some sort of an entrance around this area to some sort of a cave, but I never actually found it. So I think a bit of a mill through this area. Interesting energies. I feel a lot of the old residual type of energies. I quite like it out here. You can just imagine back in the heyday, because you've got all the bush around you. There's nothing for miles around. You can imagine what it was like living here. There's kangaroos in the areas, wallabies. Probably would have been living on very nature orientated foods, or getting stuff shipped in from Ballarat via Melbourne, of course. You just got to watch where you stand here, because you never know. Whether you're going to drop into a rabbit hole or something else completely different, you might break your neck. Got a little thing here, it says something about an energy supply, so they had like the boilers, all sorts of stuff. This is the back part of where we were. I think there was some sort of a mine entrance around here at one point. I just wander over here. I believe they had some turbines and all sorts of stuff in here at one point. I've got this old fella coming to me now. Says, yes, we had a lot of wood burning here. We had a lot happening. So there you go, there's a little bit of a vid of Jubilee Mine in the area. And as I walk around, sensing spirit, I felt quite a few. Most of it residual type of energy, apart from one fellow who stood forward, who's one of the workers around this area, sort of telling me, yes, they burnt a lot of wood, chopped a lot of wood for energy, steam for the boilers. And we have plans of coming back here with a group one night to sense what the energies are like at night time. We've been here at night time, it's quite interesting. There used to be a sign up here with a date of the area. I think we go back to 1862 or something like that, but the sign's been taken off. And yeah, it's just an incredible little spot. One of those amazing little spots you find out in the bush. And as you sort of sit and you look at some of these areas, you sort of think, man, they were miles away from everywhere. You wonder how they survived. And you wonder how, you know, living off the land and living off what you had was like. I mean, we have it so free and easy these days. We just go down to the local supermarket or the service station and get what we want. And here they are out in the middle of nowhere. Back in the days when the only transport was horse and cart, that's about it. And they were mining away, creating their own bricks, building walls, dragging machinery out here from God knows where, just to try and mine a little bit of gold. Lovely area we'll come back to.